Hi, my name is Matt Eckert, and I am the President and CEO of Holiday World and Splashin Safari, located here in Santa Claus, Indiana. Behind me you can see the Thunderbird, which was our first major steel coaster. It's actually the nation's first launched wing coaster. So we're very, very proud of that. We have lots of fantastic rides here at the park. We have 3 world-class wooden coasters and a fantastic water park. Actually, the USA Today just named Splashin Safari the #1 rated outdoor water park in the country. So we're very, very proud of that, to have such a fantastic place here in southern Indiana. So as president and CEO of the company, it's my job to oversee the operations of this entire park, along with the assistance of our staff and our directors. We have a staff of about 100 full-time employees, but when we get busy into operation mode, starting around April, we start the hiring process and we go all the way up to 2,300 seasonal employees. I grew up in southern Indiana, so I grew up coming to Holiday World and Splashin Safari every year when I was a child. Started out as Santa Claus Land, and then we changed our name to Holiday World in 1984. I came here every single year and absolutely loved coming. And I had a friend that worked here, and he called me one weekend and said, "Hey, I've told the president about you, and we have a controller position that's open, and wanted to know if you would be interested in talking to him." As soon as I did, I immediately fell in love with the idea of working here. And I loved talking to Will. Will Cook was one of the owners, and he was the president at the time. And just kind of fell in love with his philosophy and his management style and his vision for this fantastic park. And he called me and said, "Hey, I really would like for you to come be a part. I think you can be an integral part in the growth of this company." And my wife and I talked and decided, okay, let's make that move and let's make that transition. So I started here on Valentine's Day 2000. So I've been here a little over 17 years now. There really is no typical day here at the park, but I think there are some things that I do every day. I'm an accountant, so I want to look at the numbers and I want to see how we're doing, and I want to look at our per capita spending from the day prior. I want to talk to our director of sales and marketing and see how sales are going. I like walking through the park and I like talking to the guests. So when you go right through here, just take a left and there's a locker rental building there. I have 3 little ones, so I understand. Jimmy, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you. I also like talking to our employees, our hosts and hostesses. Hey Nolan, I didn't know you worked down here. Yeah, my daughter started here last year too. It was her first job too. If our employees are happy, our guests are going to be happy, so it's important that we do everything that we can to make sure that that stays true. For me, the designation of a CPA as a CPA means so much more than just the title. I'm very proud to have earned the CPA title. It's a sign of commitment to excellence. With the CPA designation, there are continuing education requirements. So I like that it keeps driving me and it keeps me wanting to be better and better. The decision to become a CPA was something that came pretty early on. When I declared my major in college, I came in as an accounting major, and I stuck with it the entire 4 years. I loved the business realm. I loved accounting, and the more and more I learned about it, I really realized that accounting is the language of business. And if you can master accounting, you can apply that to any facet of your life, and I'm living that right now. Innovation is extremely important in the accounting world, in the CPA world. We're in a millennial world where everything is becoming more and more technology advanced, and it applies to every facet of everything that we do. This coaster alone, this launched wing coaster, was very, very innovative. And when we talked to the manufacturer, we said, we don't want to be like everybody else. We want to be different. We want to be the first launched wing coaster. That was innovation. From an accounting standpoint, I remember when I first started, we started doing free unlimited soft drinks here the year that I started. But that was an innovation. That was something that we did that was extremely innovative in our industry. We had all of our peers saying, "You guys are crazy, what are you doing?" Now they're saying, "You guys are brilliant." We have to be innovative all the time, or you're going to be left behind. The one thing that I really love about working here at Holiday World and Splashin Safari is you never know what the day is going to hold, and it's kind of like managing a small city underneath one umbrella. I really love what we do too. If you look around here and you look at this coaster, or you look at these tables, somewhere there is a company that makes those things, and you think, okay, well, what does Holiday World and Splashin Safari make? We make fun, and we make memories, and that's our job, and that's what we do. And I can't think of another industry that I'd rather be in. so my favorite attraction here at Holiday World, I probably would have to make a list. My favorite right now, obviously, is the Thunderbird. So if we go down to the water park, we also have some pretty amazing water coasters. We actually have Guinness Book of World Records actually named one of our coasters the longest coaster in the world. That's probably not my favorite though. It's probably the second longest one that we built back in 2010 called the Wildebeest. So it's a really fun ride. I think the best thing about being a CPA that students might not know is that it really does open a lot of doors for a lot of different avenues and a lot of different career choices. Just because you're going to be an accountant doesn't necessarily mean you have to sit behind a desk and crunch numbers all day long. And if you get that CPA designation and you learn as much as you possibly can about every facet of a business, you can do lots of things. I dabble in all different facets of this business, and I really feel strongly that it's because of the accounting background that I have.